The old ex-girlfriend.
Jodie Foster.
Jane Foster.
Thor Love and Thunder is very different from the Thor films that came before it. But whether or not you're a fan of this addition to the Thor universe, you've gotta love all the behind-the-scenes footage. Let's check out all the details from Thor Love and Thunder that didn't make it to the big screen. Number 1. Laugh Attack Taika. On this set, Taika Waititi often couldn't hold in his laughter. If you're an actor, a surefire way to know that your performance is comedy gold is if your director can't stop laughing long enough for you to get through a take. Well, luckily for the cast of Thor Love and Thunder, director Taika Waititi made it very clear that this movie has one funny cast. According to Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth, many takes were interrupted by Taika's infectious laughter. Number 2. Superhero Singalong. Superheroes love to sing too. If Taika's fits of laughter didn't make it clear enough that he's far from a tough, no-nonsense director, just wait until you hear his on-set singing. In some hilarious behind-the-scenes footage, Taika lets his apparent title as David Bowie's #1 fan take over his title as director. And Chris Hemsworth and the cast and crew couldn't help but get into it and make it a full-on sing-along. Number 3. Dynamic Duo. Taika and Chris make the ultimate dynamic duo. While he may have been Thor Love and Thunder's biggest goofball, Taika wasn't the only class clown among the cast. He had a partner in crime, Chris Hemsworth. When this hilarious pair took Entertainment Tonight around the set, it was obvious that these two are totally on the same page when it comes to both their art and their jokes. Number 4. Genius Child. Chris calls Taika a genius child, but Taika and Chris aren't just on-set BFFs. Chris also has the utmost respect for his director. In an interview, Chris describes Taika as kind of like a genius child and says that his big kid style allows him to have unmatched imagination and creativity. Number 5. Tessa's flinch. Did anyone else catch Valkyrie's little flinch in this scene? Well, it turns out even the pros aren't immune to editing errors. In this video for Vanity Fair, Tessa Thompson, who reprises her role as Valkyrie for the 3rd time in Thor Love and Thunder, brings a little error to Taika's attention. Don't worry, Taika, we didn't catch it either. Number 6. How to be Thor. Chris Hemsworth taught his Instagram followers how to be Thor. Let's guess, step 1, get a magical hammer, step 2, get really buff. According to Thor himself, that may not be so far off. Just after Thor Love and Thunder premiered, Chris Hemsworth posted this video on his Instagram account. If only becoming a superhero really was as easy as this guy makes it look. Number 7. Wild Chris. Chris Hemsworth howled like a wolf behind the scenes. Okay, things were seriously getting wild on this set. We all know that dogs hate thunderstorms. So why would Chris Hemsworth transform into a wolf for a movie called Love and Thunder? We have no idea what caused Chris to give into his wolf-like instincts, but a behind-the-scenes clip shows him howling like a wolf on set. Number 8. Hammer or golf club? Chris traded in his hammer for a golf club and a hilarious dance on Instagram. Thor Love and Thunder didn't just bring out Thor's animal side, it also definitely brought out his silly side. And Chris Hemsworth is not afraid to show that silly side to the world. Amidst all the promotion for the movie, Hemsworth posted this totally goofy video of him dancing while golfing on Instagram. Whoever said gods can't dance? Number 9. Defying Gravity. A behind-the-scenes clip shows how the actors defied gravity for the movie. With a degree from Harvard, an Academy Award, and a major role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is there anything Natalie Portman can't do? All it takes is a little movie magic to make Jane Foster airborne. Portman actually needed someone holding her up off camera to make this scene a reality. Number 10. Cast-wide screams. We've seen a cast-wide sing-along, and now we've got a cast-wide scream-along? Yeah, seems like this whole cast love making lots of noise whenever the cameras stopped rolling. There are clips of various cast members letting loose and letting out a good old cathartic scream between takes. And according to Christian Bale, who plays the crazy creepy villain, Gore the God Butcher, this movie's screams weren't only for behind-the-scenes moments. In an interview, Christian says that one of his favorite moments in the film turned out to be designated for the blooper reel.
As I just kind of screamed for sort of 30 seconds straight, Marvel went, no.
And who does Christian say was screaming right along with him? Surprising to no one, it was director Taika Waititi. Seriously, after hearing all this, who wouldn't want to be in Taika Waititi's next movie? His sets are like the best parties in Hollywood. Number 11. High tensions.
About to go and help pick up the spirits with my bubbly, energetic personality.
Speaking of partying on set, is it true that all that partying and goofing off happened as a result of a tense work environment? We're gonna say a hard no to that one. In this behind-the-scenes moment, Taika Waititi jokes about the high tensions and bad morale on set while filming and how he's going to cheer the cast up. Even so, it's very clear that the cast is feeling anything but tense. Though, we're sure Taika still lightened an already light mood with his jokes and general goofiness. Number 12. CGI Regrets. Taika Waititi does have a regret about some of the CGI. While the actors can be goofy once in a while, the CGI really shouldn't be. On their episode of Vanity Fair's Notes on a Scene series, Taika Waititi and Tessa Thompson went into a lot of detail breaking down that Taste of the Rainbow scene.
Does that look real? In that particular shot, no, actually.
In fact, according to Tessa, all of the characters in this clip look a little less real than they'd like. They may not have loved the way this on-screen moment turned out for the movie, but it definitely made for a funny off-screen moment for us fans. Number 13. Continuity error. And if you're a fan of tiny errors that made it past the final edit, we've got another one for you. Eagle-eyed fans spotted a continuity error in the form of a hole in Thor's robe right before his quick change into his 80s rocker outfit. We wish we could have seen Taika and Tessa's reaction to seeing that for the first time. It was almost certainly all giggles. Number 14. Filming at Best Buy.
There's one scene that's one of the most beautifully scenes I've seen on film that we shot at the Best Buy parking lot.
The only way we thought we'd see Thor in a Best Buy was on the front of an old DVD case. According to Natalie Portman, though, Thor and her character, Jane Foster, were both way closer to a Best Buy than you'd ever expect to see them.
Every time I see it, I'm like, that's the Best Buy parking lot.
And while she loves how the scene turned out, she can't seem to forget that Thor was swinging that famous hammer right where a Geek Squad car was probably parked. Number 15. World's Best Dad. It turns out Chris Hemsworth isn't just one of the world's favorite superheroes and a totally fun goofball to have around on set, he's also an amazing dad. Just a few days after the Love and Thunder premiere, Chris shared a super sweet Instagram shout out to the person he calls his favorite superhero, his daughter India Rose. He shared 2 photos of him and his daughter. The first picture was taken 11 years ago when she was just a baby during her first time on set. And the second shows a much more grown-up India Rose on the set of Thor Love and Thunder. Now that's some serious Thor love, without the thunder. Have you seen Thor Love and Thunder yet? Was seeing the movie as much fun as making it seem to be? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe to The Things for all of your movie and TV needs.